massive hit. Oh, they've clipped. Off. How he held on to that, I don't know. This is the biggest crash in RGL history. He's out of control and into the wall. Brace yourselves, this is going to be action-packed. Welcome everybody to the 2013 RGL Forza Championships. It's great to be back, and what a big year we've got in store for you. And we're kicking it off with the development series. This has replaced the Mazda Masters as the support category. And in this one here we are going to be introducing 10 different cars across each round. And round one we start with the Nissan Leaf. So it is the development series because drivers are able to develop the cars however they please, with a couple of exceptions, those being that they must stick to a certain aspiration and drive type. So all the cars will, in this instance, field a front wheel drive vehicle, and the aspiration will remain as is for the Nissan Leaf. And you can see there that the starting PI was 120 and the max that the drivers could upgrade this car to was 200. So each round we're going to move up a class from F right through to R1. We're looking forward to seeing just how this plays out. And the Nissan Leaf is going to be taken around Ladera test track, full circuit reverse format. That way we can cover off any issues with pit lane entries, being a rather short pit lane. And we had some very strong times in from the Tier 2 drivers. We have 2 tiers running this season. You won't see Tier 2 maybe in a highlights package down the track, but the fastest drivers in the time trials went into Tier 1 and have the benefit of getting full race replays. Check out these brand new graphics thanks to Scavenger. And heading off the line is Twisty Corners, followed by Scavenger himself, not very far behind at all, with some very quick times. You're watching, sticking there with his partner in crime. You can never really separate them too far. Jake Mo up into 4th and moving through to the back of the field. And we have some of the faster drivers in F34R Bretley, FCR Ninja and No Recoil. Very fast in time trials, yet struggling with the Nissan Leaf. Whether or not they've had spent enough time working on this or they've been concentrating on the V8 supercars is a question, but we'll wait and see how the race unfolds. Again, new graphics for the season. Look up the top here for the starting lights. Here's 1, 2, 3. Let's get 2013 underway. Lights are out. These are going to be a very interesting race to watch because these cars are dead silent, with the exception of the tyres screeching. And with this, there will be quite a lot, depending on the setup that these drivers go for. They've all gone through cleanly, mind you, through the S's, which is always a tricky spot, 3 wide, 2 wide, but they've done well on board with Eskimo Sammy Joe heading into turn 4, which if taken correctly, unlike that where he's cut the corner, you don't have to lose any speed. If you get the right angle into the big right hand sweeper, this then progresses into the turn 7 hairpin as he comes around now. And yeah, because of the driver setups, can't always afford to use race tyre compound, and therefore some might be with stock tyre, some might be with the sports tyre. So anybody with a couple of those are definitely going to be screeching around the track looking for that grip. Back in front now onto lap 2 of 15. We have the APRT drivers for Victoria in twisty corners, and you're watching out in front, cruising away at the moment. And they did have big plans for 2013 with the RGL Championships, and the fastest lap first up goes to you watching there. Big plans for this year, especially in the V8 supercar, so we'll wait and see how well they deliver there. But right now they're off to a fantastic start. You're watching, yeah, he got the fastest lap and he's sort of covering off on Twisty. He's gone a bit wide. Will they fight? We don't know whether or not they're going to really push each other. and make for passes, or just keep it nice and clean. At the moment you're watching all over the back of him and just separating themselves by at least 10 car lengths back to third, which I believe is Jake Mo, who must have made a move on Catters. So they cross the line now. Twisty just getting a slight gap, and here we go back into third, second, and third, fourth, and fifth, I should say. Twisty Corners now with the next fastest lap of 103, so getting very close to those 102s. And Scavenger got caught up here. He did start in second. He's lost a few spots over the first few laps. It is a bit hard starting out of second place on that grid. And the 9-3-9-4 leaderboard. And again, looking at some new look graphics here with Twisty Corners ahead. You're watching Jake Mo, Catters all gain a position on Scavenger, who's dropped back 3, and F34 Bretley, starting from 10th, has already gained 4 spots, so he's made some moves. He is a quick driver and proving that right now. And looking towards the back of the field there, we've got Ninja and Eskimo rounding out the top 10. And No Recoil languishing in 13th, Elsimo dropping 7 spots, but he's the first one to pit. And just had another one peel off. I think that was Catters. It's just gone into the pit lane now, giving Scavenger a bit of track space to work with. He did qualify second fastest and was only marginally behind Twisty Corners. And the SDR team are sporting a Leaf flavoured design with their livery, but they will return to a more standard livery for the rest of the development series. And meanwhile, coming in 5th is Bretley, followed by Pistol Fit. Just going around the hairpin again, and you can hear those tyres screeching, but otherwise almost dead silence with these electronic cars. Also, while we're there mentioning F34R Bretley, he is brand new to the series. This is his debut race. And we also have Highboy, who due to some connection difficulties has raced out with tier 2 guys, but he will shuffle in at the back end of this field as far as points go, because he is a tier 1 driver. And just checking out now, this is going to be a very close battle with Catters and Jake Mo. So far wrestling with the third position, and Jake Mo just about to come out of the pit lane. Catters coming onto the straight now, and I think Jake Mo's going to just have him here, and Catters with a bit of momentum will come up fairly close in behind Jake Mo, but Jake Mo's managed to give himself a little bit of room, but he is on cold tyres. And again, due to the different compounds here, we can see some very different performances with the vehicles. And another thing to look at, and which was very noticeable in the qualifying, was certain vehicles going for a higher top speed and a little less on the handling. And I believe that Jake Mo, even with the aero, has gone a little bit more the way of speed over handling, because Catters seems to have him in these 2 tight corners, the sweeper and then the turn 7 hairpin. So Twisty Corners now belting out another fastest lap, a 102.720, so into the 102s, and you're not going to get too much faster than that. Maybe the mid 102s is achievable. And Scavenger, can he get in front of Catters? But he's had a bit of contact with Jake Mo and lost some ground. He could have almost, he's obviously made up some ground there, but yeah, unfortunately couldn't quite get the traction down. Little tap from Jake Mo, and his teammate in Catters has managed to get past him as well. So back to the positions they were in prior to taking the pit stops. And Catters on the inside, he's trying to look for a move, and I think he might have him here with the superior handling. And he has made it stick, but can Jake Mo get in there for the turn 7? No, he's out of position. So Catters moves into third, or effective third, once the pit stops are all complete. Currently we have Twisty Corners, Bretley and Pistol Fit still out, yet to pit. And you can see you're watching, and they're still at it. Jake Mo on the inside now. He's managed to get a good run off of him out of turn 8, which set him up here. Now they're doing the crisscross. Twisty corners, the next fast lap, so he's gone down another 100th of a second there. And side by side, Note Catters has relinquished it a little bit there. Now Scavenger, he's got a bit of momentum, but I think even he's just been caught up a little bit there. I don't think he's got enough drive there to get past Catters, so he's pulled out of a potential pass at turn 4, which would always be too tricky. Asking for some danger there. Jake Mo just sliding around here, and Catters once again on the inside. This time Jake Mo's up just alongside him just a little bit more. He's going to fight a little bit harder. Sticks to the inside but can't make that work. Scavenger looking for a way in. Meanwhile, Alcimo is gaining on these guys as they fight it out. And now Jake Mo again. So this is where the superior power here is down the straights. He has the speed on Catters, but Catters has this time got the better position. And generally speaking, we've found that the better handling cars will produce the quicker laps overall, and therefore if Catters can get a break, he can pull away, but until he gets that decent run out of a turn to keep the gap off Jake Mo. Look at this drag here. There's no drafting going on there. That's just purely speed from Jake Mo's 67 Nissan Leaf. As we hit the halfway mark, or past the halfway mark of the race. Catters all over the back, and a bit of tap-in going on. Pulling a little bit wider than normal. And he's trying to get in the inside, and he's just pulled out here, but that sent Jake Mo a little bit too deep into the end of turn 7, but he's still got the right way, the right line there, and away he goes. Now you watch him drag away from Catters here. So Catters is going to have to really concentrate on his turns, make sure that he doesn't lose any momentum, or as little as possible, and you can see it just there. That's the only way he's going to get back in touch with Jake Mo here and potentially pass him, unless of course there's a mistake made. And just have a look now towards the back of the field. Here's the APRT guys from Queensland, Rum Runner and Go Hard. So they're obviously not in their element with these Nissan Leafs. I think it'd be fair to say they didn't spend as much time developing these cars, concentrating more on the V8 supercars. But given the next vehicle in round 2 is the Datsun 510, plenty of people will be enjoying doing that car up in somewhere or another. So now out the front, coming first at the moment until they take their pit stops, is Bretley for F34R Racing, and Pistol Fit's following him closely behind in second. They'll drop back into about 5th, 6th or 7th once they have completed their pit stops. And another debutant as well, which I failed to mention earlier, was No Recoil for Taztec Motorsport. I did mention Highboy, which is his teammate. Great liveries on those vehicles there, if we get a shot of that later. Looking at the leaderboards now, and as you can see, Twisting you're watching still ready to pounce on first and second once these two guys take their pit stop, and we've still got a really healthy battle for third. And meanwhile, Alcimo, even after pitting, he's lost a couple of spots, so maybe he might shuffle in ahead of Pistol Fit potentially, and that will gain him a spot back or two. But he's obviously lost a few over the last 5 or 6 laps. And meanwhile, Rum Runner and Go Hard round out the field for APRT Queensland. So back on board with our effective race leader, and we can see their Pistol Fit in the pit lane, so we've just got Bretley to go. And just going back to this phenomenal battle, now Catters has got Jake Mo, so at some point there he has managed to make a pass, and Scavenger's caught up, so I wonder whether there's been a bit of a mistake made by Jake Mo for that to happen. Scavenger was falling away from these guys, but either that or Scavenger's got a bit more of his rhythm back. So heading into turn 4, then turn 5, left-hander, slight left-hander before they go into the sweeper. And Scavenger on the inside, he's got a good line. Oh, collision. Jake Mo is okay, but Scavenger, he's spun out. So I think Jake Mo's probably shut the door a little bit there. We'll get a replay as soon as possible on that one. Try and get a better angle, but the race keeps going and Jake Mo continues to pursue Catters for third spot. He wants to get on that podium. Here's the replay. And so we're on board. That scavenger, so he's well up on Jake Mo. I think he made a call there and Jake Mo must have thought he had a little bit more room than that. And yeah, shut the door a little bit. Here's top view. So yeah, not giving Scavenger much room, and unfortunately he's lost control of that and has also lost positions to Pistol Fit Alcimo, and Relentless not far behind. Relentless returning for 2013 in the bronze vehicle for F34R Racing, so he's teamed up with Bretley, yet to get a livery on a vehicle, so hopefully we'll see one for round 2. He's car number 12. So look at this bunching up now, and Scavenger looking to get a position back on Alcimo. He's got the faster car. Alcimo hasn't had much luck with the Nissan, and currently he was the runner-up in the Mazda Masters. And oh, just a bit of tapping going on there from Relentless, trying to get in past Scavenger, and he's made it stick. So Scavenger moving out wide to try and set himself up for Alcimo has allowed Relentless to draft in behind and take a position. Now Scavenger doesn't seem to be showing well, he has got the speed there. He's up alongside Relentless but hasn't got the inside line. And on board now with Scavenger, doing everything he can to get these positions back. Starting from second on the grid, he's going to be pretty disappointed to be way back here in 8th. So he's just got to regroup. He's still got a couple of laps to go. It's very possible to get the right exit on the turns to get the momentum and make a pass. Can at least grab 1 or 2 positions here. You'd say that's not too bad result, all things considered. And now we're back out with it's Catters now with Bretley. Sorry, we'll go back to that in a moment. Just checking out one of our former champs of the support series, Eskimo Sammy Joe, who's seeming to be all by himself for most of the race. But going back to that, ex-Catters and Bretley fighting for third place. So Bretley's made some good ground out with some clear track and has come up ahead of Catters on the exit of the pit. Coming back down to the sweeper here where we are now, Catters looking to make that move, and he's done it. Sorry we've missed the footage for that, but Catters has made the move stick with Bretley, and now he needs to defend it with all his concentration. He is the defending champion of the series, Mazda Masters. Crossing the line, and there's only 2 laps left now. And he's starting to pull away a little bit. I think he's got, again, that superior handling's helping him out. He just needs to have a big enough gap to defend from the faster Leafs of Bretley and Jake Mo. And now back on board with our current first place driver in twisty corners, and you're watching just a bit of glitching going on there, but you're watching still staying relatively close to Twisty, maintaining that gap. And these guys have just put in consistent laps all the way through. If it isn't in the 102s, it's in the 103s at top, and that is why they're a fair way ahead of these guys. Although the development of the cars can see some very different performances, at this stage the actual gap, 120 PI through to 200 is not a lot to play with to make a big difference. So these guys have obviously driven a superior race. Making a bit of a statement, and these guys are really going to give it their all when it comes to both series in the 2013 championship. So if anyone wants the title, they're going to have to come after them. And just coming around towards the end of the race here, a very big congratulations goes out to both these drivers. It's not over just yet, with you watching catching very closely towards the end, but I don't think he's going to take the position off of Twisty after such a well raced round. And there they go across the line in formation. So congratulations to Twisty Corners. You're watching in second place APRT take out a 1-2 finish to start the series. followed by Excaders in third, the defending champion. So we'll take a look at our race results now. So for race 1, we have Twisted Corners up there at the top, and moving through, Jake Moe in 5th. He will most likely drop down a little bit when it comes to the standings, which we'll show in a moment. And Elsimo in P7, so he's managed to make a few positions in the end. But yeah, Recoil down the back there, he's a very fast driver, so that's a bit of a surprise. Wait and see what he can do in the next round. But looking at the championship standings, and we do have Jake Moe dropping back. He did get pinged for that incident with Scavenger, and a few others lost a few points out for corner cutting or curb hopping. So those are the standings at the moment. Not much to say just yet, other than a domination from APRT Vic. Thank you very much for watching. Also a big thank you to Scavenger for all the new graphics that we're going to be showing over the 2013 season. We look forward to seeing you again for round 2. Stay tuned, it's going to be a cracker of a series. Goodbye.